Hey, beautiful Libra souls, grab your favorite drink and settle in, because what I'm about to share with you today is absolutely incredible. I just pulled cards for your reading about financial ruin and losing everything, and honestly, the messages coming through are so powerful and transformative that I had to sit with them for a moment before even starting to speak. The universe is showing me such a complex story for you Libras right now. And I want you to know that even when we talk about challenging topics like financial loss, the cards always guide us toward wisdom and growth. So let's dive deep into what the universe wants you to know about navigating through potential financial upheaval and finding your way to the other side stronger than ever. The first card I pulled for you is the Fool. And immediately I'm getting the sense that the universe is telling you that sometimes what looks like an ending is actually the most beautiful beginning you never saw coming. When we think about financial ruin, we often picture it as this terrifying cliff that we might fall off, but the Fool is showing me something completely different for you Libras. This card is appearing in your reading because you're being called to understand that your relationship with money and security is about to undergo a massive transformation. The Fool represents that leap of faith energy, but here's what's fascinating about how it's showing up for you specifically. I'm seeing that some of you have been so focused on maintaining financial stability and keeping everything balanced, which is so typically Libra, that you've actually been blocking yourself from the abundance that's trying to flow to you. The Fool is telling me that the fear of financial loss you might be experiencing right now is actually your soul's way of preparing you for a complete reimagining of what security means to you. This isn't about reckless financial decisions, but rather about releasing the death grip you might have on trying to control every financial outcome. The universe is showing me that for many of you, the thing you're most afraid of losing might actually be the thing that's been weighing you down and preventing you from accessing your true financial potential. I'm getting this really strong message that some of you Libras have been carrying financial anxiety that doesn't even belong to you. Maybe it's inherited from family patterns or absorbed from partners who have their own money issues. The Fool is showing up to tell you that it's time to step into your own financial story, fresh and unburdened by these external fears and expectations. What's really beautiful about the Fool in this position is that it's showing me you have this incredible ability to bounce back from financial setbacks that would completely devastate other signs. There's something about your Libra nature that allows you to see opportunity where others see only loss. The universe is highlighting that this isn't naivety. It's actually a superpower that you might not even realize you possess. The second card that appeared is Eight of Wands, and the energy completely shifted when this card showed up. Where the Fool was about that brave leap into the unknown, Eight of Wands is telling me that changes in your financial situation are going to happen faster than you expect, and I mean fast. This card is showing me that whatever financial challenges or transformations you're going through, they're not going to drag out indefinitely. Eight of Wands has this swift, almost lightning-like energy that suggests rapid resolution and quick movement through whatever difficulties you might be facing. For you Libras who love to weigh every option and take your time with decisions, this might feel a bit overwhelming at first. But here's what the universe wants you to understand about this quick-moving energy. Sometimes when we're faced with potential financial loss or upheaval, our instinct is to try to slow everything down, to negotiate and find compromises and create more balance. While these are beautiful Libra qualities, Eight of Wands is showing me that there are moments when the fastest way through a challenge is actually straight through it, not around it. I'm getting this vision of you Libras being surprised by how quickly new opportunities start appearing once you stop trying to fix or control a financial situation that's actually meant to change. The Eight of Wands is telling me that your next financial chapter is going to unfold at a pace that initially feels almost too good to be true. Messages, opportunities, connections, resources, they're all going to start flowing toward you with remarkable speed. What's particularly interesting about this card in your reading is that it's suggesting that the financial transformation you're experiencing isn't just about you. The changes rippling through your money situation are connected to larger shifts happening in your community, your industry, or even globally. You're not alone in this experience, and actually, your ability to adapt quickly to changing financial circumstances is going to position you ahead of many others. The universe is also showing me through this card that communication is going to play a huge role in your financial recovery or transformation. Important conversations, documents, contracts, or messages that change your financial trajectory are coming your way rapidly. Stay alert and responsive because timing is going to be crucial. The third card I pulled is the High Priestess, and oh my goodness, the shift in energy is profound. After the swift movement of Eight of Wands, the High Priestess is bringing this deep, intuitive wisdom that's absolutely essential for you to navigate any financial challenges successfully. This card is appearing because the universe wants you to know that your intuition about money and financial decisions is actually much more accurate than you give it credit for. As a Libra, you're always weighing external factors and seeking advice from others, but the High Priestess is telling me that you have access to inner financial wisdom that's incredibly sophisticated and reliable. I'm seeing that some of you have been ignoring financial red flags because you wanted to maintain harmony or avoid confrontation. The High Priestess is showing up to remind you that your gut instincts about people's financial reliability, about investment opportunities, about whether something feels sustainable or not, these instincts are actually receiving information from sources that your logical mind can't access. What's fascinating about how this card is appearing in your reading is that it's connected to hidden resources and opportunities that aren't visible on the surface. The High Priestess governs secrets and hidden knowledge, and she's telling me that there are financial possibilities available to you that you haven't discovered yet because you've been looking in obvious places. This could manifest as finding money you forgot you had, discovering you're entitled to benefits or resources you didn't know about, or uncovering investment or business opportunities through unusual channels. The High Priestess encourages you to pay attention to dreams, synchronicities, and those quiet inner nudges about financial matters because they're going to lead you to resources and solutions that logical analysis might miss. I'm also getting a strong message about the importance of financial privacy during this time. The High Priestess suggests that not every financial decision or strategy needs to be discussed with others right now. There's wisdom in keeping some of your financial moves close to your chest while you navigate through uncertainty. The fourth card that came through is King of Swords, and immediately I'm sensing this energy of sharp, clear thinking cutting through any financial confusion or overwhelm you might be experiencing. This is such a powerful card to appear in a reading about financial challenges because it represents mastery over mental chaos and the ability to make decisions from a place of clarity rather than fear. King of Swords is showing me that you have access to a level of financial intelligence and strategic thinking that you might not be fully utilizing right now. This card often appears when we need to approach problems with cool logic rather than emotional reactivity, and in the context of financial difficulties, this is absolutely crucial. I'm seeing that some of you Libras have been so focused on how financial changes might affect your relationships or what others might think that you haven't been making the bold, clear-cut decisions that your situation actually requires. The King of Swords is encouraging you to step into this authoritative energy where you can assess your financial reality objectively and make decisions based on facts rather than fears about disappointing others. This card is also telling me that you have the ability to communicate about financial matters with an authority and clarity that commands respect. Whether you're negotiating with creditors, presenting a business proposal, or having difficult conversations about money with family members, the King of Swords energy allows you to speak with conviction and precision that gets results. What's particularly significant about this card appearing in your reading is that it suggests you're being called to become the financial authority in your own life in a way you never have before. Sometimes financial challenges occur, because we've been deferring financial decision-making to others or avoiding taking full responsibility for our financial outcomes. The King of Swords is showing me that this period of potential financial difficulty is actually your initiation into true financial independence and mastery. I'm also getting the sense that legal matters or contracts might play a role in your financial situation. The King of Swords has strong connections to justice and legal resolution, so if you're dealing with financial disputes or need to protect your assets, this card is very encouraging about successful outcomes through proper legal channels. Moving to the fifth card, Wheel of Fortune appears with this incredible energy of cycles and timing that's absolutely perfect for your situation. When I see this card in a reading about financial ruin or loss, it immediately shifts the entire narrative because Wheel of Fortune reminds us that all situations are temporary and that what goes down must also come up. This card is appearing to tell you that the financial challenges you're experiencing or worried about are part of a much larger cycle in your life. Wheel of Fortune operates on the principle that nothing remains static forever, and periods of financial difficulty are often followed by periods of abundance and prosperity. But here's what's crucial for you to understand. It's not just about waiting for your luck to change. It's about recognizing where you are in the cycle and working with the energy accordingly. I'm getting this strong message that you're actually at a turning point right now. The Wheel of Fortune suggests that the lowest point of any financial difficulties you've been experiencing is behind you, or very close to being behind you. The wheel is beginning to turn in your favor, but you need to be prepared to recognize and act on the opportunities that are coming. What's beautiful about how this card appears in your reading is that it's connected to unexpected help and resources coming from surprising directions. Wheel of Fortune often brings assistance that we couldn't have predicted or planned for. This might manifest as job opportunities that seem to come out of nowhere, financial help from unexpected sources, or discovering resources and solutions that you hadn't considered before. The universe is also showing me through this card that your attitude and mindset during financial challenges has been setting up the conditions for your turnaround. Wheel of Fortune rewards those who maintain hope and continue taking positive action even when circumstances seem difficult. Your Libra nature of seeking balance and maintaining grace under pressure has been accumulating positive karma that's about to pay dividends. I'm also sensing that this card is encouraging you to think bigger about your financial potential. Sometimes when we're worried about financial loss, we contract our vision and focus only on maintaining what we have. But Wheel of Fortune is suggesting that this period of uncertainty is actually preparing you for a level of abundance and financial success that's beyond what you've previously imagined possible. The sixth card I drew is Page of Pentacles, and the energy shifts into this beautiful space of new beginnings and learning when it comes to your relationship with money and material resources. This card is showing me that regardless of what financial challenges you might face, you're being offered the opportunity to develop a completely fresh approach to how you create, manage, and think about money. Page of Pentacles represents that student energy, the willingness to learn new skills and try new approaches even if it feels uncomfortable at first. In the context of potential financial difficulties, this card is incredibly encouraging because it suggests that you're not just going to survive whatever challenges come up, you're going to emerge with enhanced financial skills and knowledge that serve you for the rest of your life. I'm seeing that some of you have been operating with financial beliefs and strategies that you learned a long time ago, maybe from family or from early experiences, but these approaches might not be serving your current situation or your future goals. Page of Pentacles is encouraging you to approach your finances with fresh eyes and a willingness to experiment with new methods. This could manifest as learning about investment strategies you've never considered before, developing new income streams through skills you're just beginning to explore, or simply approaching budgeting and money management from a completely different angle than you have in the past. The page energy is all about curiosity and growth rather than fear and restriction. What's particularly hopeful about this card appearing in your reading is that it suggests that any financial setbacks you experience are going to serve as powerful learning opportunities that ultimately strengthen your financial foundation. Page of Pentacles tells me that you're building something solid and sustainable, even if the process feels slow or uncertain right now. The universe is also highlighting through this card that practical, hands-on learning is going to be more valuable for you right now than theoretical knowledge. This might mean getting directly involved in managing your finances in ways you haven't before, or it might mean starting small projects or ventures that give you real-world experience with creating and managing money. The seventh card that emerged is Eight of Cups, and immediately I'm feeling this energy of walking away from financial situations or approaches that no longer serve your highest good. This card often appears when we need to leave behind something that feels safe or familiar in order to find something more authentic and fulfilling. In the context of financial concerns, Eight of Cups is showing me that part of your journey might involve releasing attachments to financial security that's actually been limiting your growth. This doesn't necessarily mean taking reckless risks, but rather having the courage to step away from financial situations, jobs, or strategies that keep you small or unfulfilled. I'm getting this sense that some of you have been staying in financial situations that provide basic security, but don't allow you to express your full potential or creativity. Eight of Cups is appearing to tell you that it's time to trust yourself enough to pursue financial paths that align with your deeper values and aspirations, even if they initially seem less secure. This card is also connected to emotional healing around money. Many of us carry wounded relationships with financial security based on past experiences of loss, disappointment, or betrayal. Eight of Cups suggests that healing these emotional wounds is actually essential for creating lasting financial stability and abundance. What's powerful about this card in your reading is that it's showing me you have the inner strength to walk away from financial codependency, or situations where you've been supporting others financially in ways that drain your own resources. This might be difficult for you as a Libra because you naturally want to maintain harmony and help others, but Eight of Cups is reminding you that true generosity comes from overflow, not depletion. The journey aspect of this card is also significant. Eight of Cups suggests that your path to financial stability and abundance might not be linear or predictable. You might need to explore different options, try various approaches, and trust that each step is leading you towards something better, even if you can't see the final destination clearly. The eighth card is Strength, and the moment this appeared, I felt this incredible surge of inner resilience and power that's absolutely perfect for navigating financial challenges. Strength is not about force or aggression. It's about that quiet, unshakable inner confidence that allows you to handle whatever comes your way with grace and determination. This card is showing me that you have far more inner resources to deal with financial difficulties than you realize. Strength appears when we need to be reminded that our true security comes from our inner resilience and adaptability rather than from external circumstances. Even if you were to lose everything material, you have the inner strength to rebuild and create again. What's beautiful about how strength appears in your reading is that it's connected to your ability to remain calm and centered even when financial pressures intensify. This card suggests that maintaining your emotional equilibrium during financial stress is not just beneficial for your well-being. It's actually strategic because it allows you to make better decisions and recognize opportunities that you might miss if you were operating from panic or desperation. I'm getting this message that your gentle, patient approach to solving problems is actually one of your greatest financial assets. While others might react to financial challenges with harsh measures or desperate actions, strength is showing me that your ability to persist steadily and treat all parties with fairness and respect opens doors that more aggressive approaches would close. This card is also highlighting your capacity for financial discipline without being harsh or punitive with yourself. Strength suggests that you can make necessary financial adjustments and sacrifices without falling into scarcity mindset or self-punishment. You have the wisdom to distinguish between genuine needs and wants, and the self-control to make choices that support your long-term financial health. The relationship between strength and financial matters is also about having the courage to ask for help when you need it and to stand up for your financial interests when necessary. This card tells me that you don't have to handle everything alone, and that reaching out for support or advocating for yourself financially is actually a sign of wisdom and strength, not weakness. The 9th card I pulled is 10 of Swords, and I want to be completely honest with you about what this card represents, because it's intense but ultimately very hopeful. 10 of Swords often appears to represent rock bottom, the moment when it feels like everything has gone wrong and there's nowhere left to fall. In a reading about financial challenges, this might seem scary, but actually it's one of the most liberating cards in the deck. Here's why 10 of Swords is actually encouraging in your reading. This card represents the end of a cycle of struggle and difficulty. It's telling me that if you have been experiencing financial stress, or if you're worried about potential financial loss, you're either at or very close to the turning point where things begin to improve dramatically. 10 of Swords has this energy of finally hitting bottom in a way that creates absolute clarity about what needs to change. Sometimes we struggle with financial difficulties for months or years, trying to patch things up or avoid dealing with core issues. This card suggests that period of prolonging the inevitable is over, and you're ready to face whatever needs to be faced head-on so that genuine healing and rebuilding can begin. What's particularly significant about this card appearing in your reading is that it often represents liberation from financial situations that have been draining your energy for too long. This might mean declaring bankruptcy and getting a fresh start. It might mean finally leaving a job that's been slowly killing your spirit. Or it might mean ending financial entanglements with people who haven't been operating in good faith. I'm also getting this sense that 10 of Swords is connected to the release of financial shame and self-judgment that you might have been carrying. There's something very cleansing about this card's energy that suggests you're ready to forgive yourself for past financial mistakes and stop carrying guilt that's been blocking your ability to create abundance. The dawn that's always depicted rising in the background of the 10 of Swords is showing me that new opportunities and resources are already beginning to appear on the horizon of your experience. You might not see them clearly yet, but they're there, and they're going to become apparent very soon. The final card in your reading is Page of Pentacles, which creates this beautiful full circle energy with practical hope and new beginnings. Wait, I need to correct myself here because I realize I mentioned Page of Pentacles earlier. Let me check my cards again. Actually, the final card I pulled is 10 of Swords, but I want to elaborate further on its deeper meaning in your specific situation because this card is so important for your journey forward. The 10 of Swords in your reading is also connected to the concept of necessary endings. Sometimes financial challenges occur because we're holding on to financial structures, jobs, or ways of creating money that are actually preventing us from accessing our true abundance. This card suggests that whatever financial difficulties you experience are clearing the way for something much better to emerge. I'm getting this really strong sense that the 10 of Swords is encouraging you to surrender the need to control exactly how your financial recovery unfolds. This card often appears when we need to trust that the universe has a plan that's bigger and better than what our limited human perspective can see. Your job is to stay open, keep taking practical steps, and trust that each challenge is actually repositioning you for greater success. Let me now give you a complete summary of the cards that appeared in your reading today. The Fool, 8 of Wands, the High Priestess, King of Swords. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, Strength, 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, beautiful Libra souls, as we wrap up this incredibly powerful reading, I want you to know that the overarching message from the universe is one of profound transformation and ultimate triumph. Yes, you might face financial challenges, but these cards are showing me that every single difficulty you encounter is actually preparing you for a level of financial independence, wisdom, and abundance that exceeds anything you've experienced before. The journey through financial uncertainty is never easy, but your Libra gifts of balance, fairness, and the ability to see multiple perspectives are going to serve you incredibly well during this time. Trust your intuition, stay open to unexpected opportunities, and remember that sometimes the things we're most afraid of losing are actually the things that have been holding us back from our true potential. Keep your heart open, beautiful Libras, because your financial renaissance is closer than you think.